Here's the top 5 mistakes goalkeepers make when taking a goal kick. And it's not just younger goalkeepers, by the way. I still see goalkeepers in the 20s and 30s still making this schoolboy error mistakes. And also you'll be so surprised how many goalkeeping coaches as well actually don't understand this concept to teach their students. So if you're a goalkeeping coach and you don't fully understand this concept, please watch and pass on to your goalkeeping students, and especially if you're a parent of a goalkeeper, and with the greatest respect, 99.9% of parents of goalkeepers won't understand this concept. Again, please watch this or listen to this if it's on the podcast, and pass it on to your children, or again, pass it on to your goalkeeping coach. So mistake number 1, the goalkeeper thinks it's all about having a massive run-up. So you see a lot of goalkeepers and they have like a 200-yard run-up. Okay, slight over-exaggeration there, guys, okay, but they have a massive run-up, like, 10, 15, 20 yards. And by the time they get to the ball, they're probably absolutely shattered. Believe it or not, having a massive run-up while you're taking your goal kicks, it actually does not really help in terms of getting that extra distance. Now, if you look at the best kickers of football, professional goalkeepers who kick the balls, now obviously, they've had a lot of practice, etc. But if you look at the best kickers of the ball, of goalkeepers who are professionally, you will see that they actually don't have a massive run-up, okay, yeah? Which I'll come to this point in a minute. It's all about having a good swing, contact and follow through. Imagine being a golfer, but I'll come to that in a moment. So mistake number 1, a lot of goalkeepers think they've got to have a massive run-up, and that is definitely, honestly guys, definitely not the case. Which then leads on to mistake number 2, which is part of the massive run-up, okay? They then smash the ball as hard as they can. Again, you'd be surprised to know this, guys, okay, yeah? By trying to smash the ball as hard as you can, again, will not guarantee the ball will go any further. In fact, it'll probably be the opposite. Remember now, footballs now are designed to be pinged, okay? You don't have to smash the leather or plastic off the ball. Now here's the problem, okay? So when you have a massive run-up and try and smash the ball as hard as you can, you are not in control of your body, which means that when you eventually make contact with the ball, you're going to be so inconsistent with your kicks. Now this is going to probably ring a bell with a lot of goalkeepers now. How many times have you kicked the ball? Let's say you've had 10 goal kicks, and then and out of those 10 goal kicks, it'll all be literally so inconsistent. 1 or 2 will be amazing. Obviously, 1 or 2 will go to the left, even though that you wanted it to go to the right. Another 1 or 2 goes into the crowd and smashes the crowd to pieces, okay? We can all relate to that. I can relate to that myself as a goalkeeper. The inconsistency of taking that goal kick, and that's because you're having a massive run-up and you're trying to smash the leather off the ball. Honestly, guys, okay, you do not have to smash the leather off the ball, because you are not in control of your body, which means that you can't have a good contact on the ball, okay, yeah, and also that means that you can't obviously direct the ball to where you want to go. And that leads me on to mistake number 3, okay? The goalkeepers don't focus on the contact of the ball, okay, yeah? Again, they focus on mistake number 1 and number 2, having a massive run-up and smashing it as hard as they can, okay? And the third mistake leading on to that, okay, is that the goalkeepers don't focus on contact. Now, as I explain this, try and imagine a golfer, like a Tiger Woods or someone like that. I don't follow golf, so whoever's the golfer now, the main golfer, all they focus on is a good swing, contact and follow through. Again, imagine Tiger Woods in the finals of the Open, okay, yeah, and he's put the ball he's put his golf ball on the golf tee. He then takes 20 yards run up. Okay, remember the film Happy Gilmore, okay, yeah, obviously for you Adam Sandler fans, okay, but imagine Tiger Woods. How crazy would it be for him to put the ball on his golf ball on the tee, walk back 20 yards, run at the ball at 100 miles an hour and smash it as hard as he could? Obviously, he would never be the golfer that he would. So what Tiger Woods focuses on, and this is what we've got to do as goalkeepers, okay, yeah, obviously we've got to have a bit of a run-up as a goalkeeper, but I always used to teach my goalkeeping students, and I still do, in Just for Keepers and J4K, It's all about the last step, okay? The last step is super important, is where you put your feet, and hopefully a good goalkeeping coach will explain this. It's all about the last step, and then it's about swing, like a golfer, a good swing, a good contact, because you've got to contact the ball in the right place, and then you've got to follow through as well. And wherever you want that ball to go, whether it's your left winger, as you follow through, that's where your foot points. Again, watch professional goalkeepers do this, okay? It's all about the last step. It's all about swing, contact, and follow through. And wherever they want that ball to go, that's where their feet end up. That's where their leg and their feet and their toes end up pointing, if that makes sense, okay? Also, I'll put a link below, a free link below. Go and watch. We've got about 2 hours worth of goalkeeping training, basically how to basically make that perfect goal kick. So again, go to our website below, j4ksports.com, and basically just watch the video for free. I will guarantee it will help you big time, and it will also help you become one of the best kickers in your league. And also as well, mistake number 4, okay, and please listen to what I'm going to say now, because this might sound a bit complicated, but it'll sound, obviously it makes sense, obviously once hopefully it clicks in. So what a lot of goalkeepers do, and I'm talking about younger goalkeepers and how they grow as age. What they focus on, let's say for example, it's a 10-year-old goalkeeper and they can only consistently kick well for 20 yards, okay, yeah. So what a lot of goalkeepers will do in this scenario, okay, and that's because they're under pressure by the coach, the managers, the parents on the line, their players. They're always encouraged to kick further. But if you've got a 10-year-old goalkeeper and their weight, and they might only be, 5 foot high, for example, they might only weigh X amount. They're physically, because of their body. Now, please listen to what I'm going to say. Please listen to what I'm saying here. It's super important, okay? Yeah, this is going to help so many young goalkeepers, and especially goalkeeping coaches and parents of goalkeepers, to explain it to their student or child. So if you've got like a 10 or a 12-year-old goalkeeper, they're 5 foot tall, they only weigh X amount of stone or pounds. They weigh X amount. They can physically only kick so far, okay, because of their body, okay. So let's say it's 20 yards, okay. And here's the mistake, unfortunately, goalkeepers make, because they're put under pressure by so many people. They're then expected to kick 25 yards or 30 yards. And instead of the coach or the manager having a bit of common sense and realising, okay, well, our goalkeeper can only kick 20 yards, so let's bring our defence back. No, what they'll do is they'll put the defence out 30 yards and expect the goalkeeper to kick over the defence. Guys, please don't do that. Please have some common sense, okay, yeah. And then unfortunately what happens then with goalkeepers, because they're put under pressure, even though they can only kick 20 yards because of because of physics, okay, in a game situation, they're then pressurised to kick 25 and 30 yards, and that's why they make mistakes, okay. Instead of the coach or the manager or the goalkeeping coach say, hey, listen, John or Sharon, you can only kick 20 yards, okay, so just focus on kicking 20 yards, but focus on hitting your own teammates, okay. So basically that's what goalkeepers should do, okay. So if they can only kick 20 yards, that's all they should focus on in the game situation. Hopefully the coach and the managers have got some common sense, that they obviously bring their defence back, so to allocate that's how far the goalkeeper can kick. And then also what the goalkeeper then needs to do is just focus in a game situation, just focus on kicking 20 yards, but focus on accuracy. Can they kick within 20 yards, but always hit their teammates? That's the right way to do it. And then in training, only in training, never in a game situation, guys, okay? Only in training, when you're practicing your goal kicks, okay, as you get your technique better, as you grow as a goalkeeper, as you become bigger and stronger, you then not in a game situation, guys, in training situation, that's when you try and kick 21 yards, then 22 yards. And I promise you, if you do that as a goalkeeper, you'll be a much better consistent kicker of the ball, because in a game situation, you are kicking within your range for your physics of your body. Okay, yeah. But in training, again, still only kick 20 yards. Sorry, I'm going to contradict myself here. In training, still only kick 20 yards, but focus on accuracy in training, okay, yeah. And what I was trying to explain before, as you get older and bigger, you will naturally start to go 21 yards, 25 yards and 30 yards, okay? Because again, goalkeeping coaches and parents of goalkeepers, please understand this. A goalkeeper can only kick as far as their physical body will allow them to do it. So don't put them under any pressure to kick any further, because they can't do it. You cannot do it. So don't expect an 8, 10, 12, 14, 15-year-old goalkeeper to do it either. Please have some common sense, okay? So hope that makes sense, guys. In a game situation, just kick to whatever obviously you're comfortable with, but focus on accuracy. And in training, you focus on accuracy, your technique, and as your technique gets better, you become more accurate. As you become older, bigger and stronger, you will naturally be able to kick further. And then when you can kick further in training, you go, okay, wow, I can now kick 25 yards in training consistently. Boom, only then do you start doing that in a game situation. That's the biggest mistake goalkeepers make, and it's not their fault, okay? Yeah, it's not goalkeepers' fault. It's the coaches, it's the managers, it's the goalkeeping coaches not educating the goalkeepers to kick that way and putting too much pressure on. So now you know the answers. Please make sure that you do that to help your goalkeeping child. And mistake number 5, as basic as this is, the reason why the biggest mistake goalkeepers make with their goal kicks is they don't practice enough, okay? Now, what I find when I coach my Just4Keeper students in J4K, they only want to do the training exercises that's exciting, you know, pulling saves out, top corner saves, making worldy class saves, etc. Which again, I understand. I wanted to do that when I could jump top corner many years ago now, okay? But a lot of the boring exercises, what goalkeepers don't like doing, i.e. footwork, distribution, obviously, which is goal kicks. A lot of goalkeepers tend not to do that because it can be boring, especially when you do it on your own. But like anything in life, normally the boring stuff is the most important, so distribution as a goalkeeper, especially in this day and age now, if you want to become professional as a goalkeeper, now 5-10 years ago, it didn't matter how good your distribution was because you were just expected to kick the ball and enter the field. Now you are expected to literally put the ball onto your winger, onto any player that you choose. You are now expected to put that onto their chest or onto their feet. So basically, a goalkeeper now is just basically a centre back with hands. I mean, I said this many years ago, is that eventually goalkeepers will be called goal players because they're basically just a player with hands. And now actually, I believe in Germany, they actually call goalkeepers goal players because basically goalkeepers now are just defenders with hands. So we've got to be just as good with our distribution, which means you've got to practice, okay? It's super important, guys, okay? If you want to achieve your dreams and become a professional goalkeeper or getting a college scholarship in the United States, Just4Keepers, we've helped thousands of goalkeepers to achieve their dreams. In fact, no other goalkeeping schools in history even comes close to the success that Just4Keepers has had for goalkeepers all over the world. The ones that are now making it are the ones that practice their distribution. There's obviously amongst other things, but you've got to practice, guys, okay? I know it's boring. I know sometimes you can be on your own, but you've got to practice. If you want to be better than the average, guys, okay, yeah, seriously, just do more than the average. And I promise you, for the most part, that will give you the edge on your competition. Even competition who are much better than you, I promise you, as a goalkeeper, you can outwork them, out-practice them, and you can actually overtake them. So I hope that helps, guys. So if you think I've missed anything out, okay, guys, if you're a coach, a goalkeeper, a parent of a goalkeeper, if there's something that I should have said below, please obviously put your top 5 mistakes, or what mistakes goalkeepers make when they practice their goal kicks. But please make sure that you also give an answer. Don't just give the mistake and without obviously giving an explanation. Please help your fellow goalkeepers by explaining what you think other mistakes I should have mentioned here in this video, but also as well make sure that you give your answer as well. So I hope that helps, guys, okay? Yeah, hope that helps you. In fact, I'll guarantee that will help you as long as you obviously implement what I've said in this training video or podcast. If you implement it, or if you're a goalkeeping coach, or especially a parent of a goalkeeper, if you're helping your goalkeeping student or goalkeeping child, I'll guarantee that what I've just explained in this video will give your goalkeeping child or goalkeeping student or yourself as a goalkeeper the edge on your competition with other goalkeepers in your league. Hope that helps, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.